Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to another episode of Vintage Story here on the Aura Fury server. Thank you very much for joining me today and continuing to show your support for the series. If you do enjoy this episode, please leave a like and a comment, and if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe as well. So I have a bit of a confession to make. This is actually the second time, well actually no, the third time that I have recorded this intro. Over the last couple of days I've been recording this episode, and it's only in the last hour that I've realised that all of the 6 hours of footage that I have currently recorded are now useless. I had some audio settings wrong and it was not picking up my microphone properly, and all the audio for the entire thing was just completely and absolutely distorted and unusable. So we're going to start again, and I'm going to catch you up with what you should have seen over the last probably 20 minutes of episode footage, but we're going to have to miss out on, and because it's stuff which I just can't film again. I can't record it again. You'll see what I mean. So let's head over to the forge and we'll see what I've been doing. So looks a bit different, doesn't it? We now have the refractory up and we have the coke ovens in place. Now this is going to change a little bit and we're going to go through that in a minute. However, the first thing we did was I managed to get hold of Nathan's steel pickaxe, because as I was heading around the world I managed to find a huge olivine mine, huge olivine vein, and also a fairly large titanium vein as I was wandering around as well, doing a lot of prospecting, and yes, so we have Nathan's steel pickaxe here. I didn't want to use it all the time, I've just used it to collect the titanium, but that meant that we were able to make the tier 3 refractory bricks, which is here. These are the tier 3 refractory bricks, and so we made up the refractory with these bricks here, and then back down underneath here we open this door. We have the space down here for the charcoal to go in, and we set this thing off. You can see I've actually got some blister steel in here already, all ready to go. However, in here we already have 32 steel ingots, because that was something we did as well. So yes, there's a huge amount that has been kind of skipped over, but I didn't want to skip over everything, so I'll show you the this process is all fairly simple. You just put these together in a shapeless crafting and you get the refractory bricks with the fire clay, the crushed quartz, crushed bauxite, crushed olivine and crushed illuminite, and they make these refractory bricks. If you shift click with an empty hand on the stone coffin, then it gives you a skeletal outline of everything that you need to put in place, a bit like Schematica if you've ever used that, or Lightmatica for Minecraft. It'll give you that kind of empty preview that you just have to put the blocks in. And now, thankfully, it's actually directional as well, so you can choose which direction it goes in. It used to be, but the door could only ever face south. So, but now it can go any other way you want it. And we've also got these fire clay bricks, which are with these coke ovens. But the coke ovens, I'm actually going to tear all of this down and put another refractory in, because coke ovens are pretty much useless in this game at the moment. Coal coke is a useless fuel. It actually takes more to create coke than it actually gives you, so you end up net negative if you ever produce a single thing of coke. So my honest opinion on coke is it shouldn't be a part of the game whatsoever in its current form. It should be a lot better than it is. Just do yourself a favour, make yourself a massive great big charcoal pit like this, spend a day doing that, just gathering up all the trees you can, filling up as big a charcoal pit as you possibly can, setting it all on fire, log off the server overnight, or just leave yourself logged on if you're on a single player world, and when you come back to it, you'll have more charcoal there than you will need for a very, very, very long time. There's probably like 10 to 20,000 charcoal pieces just in that charcoal pit alone. So it's more than you're ever going to need in a fairly small single player world if you're playing on your own. And even on a server, it's still a huge amount. It'll last me for a very, very, very long time. So yeah, something we will be doing later on is taking this entire thing out and adding a new one of these in. With these refractory tier 3 bricks, there is a 1 in 1,000 chance of these actually cracking when you light up this big furnace here. And so you'll have to replace those bricks before you can light it again. And on our very, very first try, we actually managed to crack some of these bricks. This brick here, this ended up cracking, and so we had to replace that. But we do have plenty more of these that we can use, and we've got enough to be able to build up a whole other one, plus with a couple more to spare. But anyway, we are going to actually get on with breaking this off. That's my pickaxe done. I have to grab another pickaxe. Well, actually no, I've got a go box on my back with a spare pickaxe in there. Excellent. And now we can break this. That'll give us back a load of charcoal, so 32 charcoal, and also some blister steel. Now this blister steel we will take into the tower here. We're going to add that in to here, and just do 12 at a time. And we need a torch. Need to bring another torch in to replace that one. So if we just light these up, it shouldn't take too long for these to heat up. Now, a lot of people say that using a help hammer on these blister steel to turn them into steel is a bit overkill, and you should be able to do it by hand fairly easily. And whilst yes, that is true, it is fairly simple to turn the blister steel into regular steel. However, help hammer is far easier, and I would never consider any amount of automation to be overkill. So that's just me. You may choose to do it the old-fashioned way with a hammer and actually use it on the anvil, but that's not me. And so these are now hot enough to be able to take off there, and we can place one onto here. And you can even use the tin bronze help hammer heads here to make it just a little bit easier. You don't need the iron help hammers to make this, which is nice. We'll take those off and we will add these ones onto there, just get those heated up as well. And you can see it really doesn't take long at all to get these hammered down. And you can just do them nice and easily and get a load more steel ingots. So it seems like even making steel plates doesn't need the iron help hammer heads. You can do this with the tin bronze as well, which is really handy for making stuff en masse like this. So I've dug all of this out down here and added the stairs in just to make this a bit easier to see what we're doing down here. If we add the grates in just on here, and then this, nope, the refractory bricks behind, this will make it a bit easier to see exactly what we're doing, because then we can add in this ghost imaging. And we'll add in these bits there as well. So now if we head on inside, we can add that there and that there, and then with an empty hand we shift and right click and we can see this little ghost image here. And so this will show us exactly where we need to put all the rest of the pieces. So just there, one there, and then jump up here, we can see that we need two there, two there. We need this bit here, so I'm going to need some scaffolding, simple scaffolding, 1, 2 and 3, Put those bits in. Another bit of simple scaffolding there. Put these two bits in. And you can see all of this space behind here, but we've got one there, one there. And then we can head on inside and add that bit there. And that bit there. And finally, we have one there and one there. I think, yep, we're getting no error messages. If we took out this one bit here and we tried that again, we'd see that we get a message here: structure is not complete, one block is missing or wrong. Place that one in, and now there's no error messages. So we know everything is okay. Take the scaffolding out, and now we can just block off everything here with this fascia stuff that we want. So we're coming across from this way, so it's going to be there, maybe there, here, here, and here, and then we will want to take that bit out of there. We want one right on the top there, and then we'll want to block in these bits as well. So we'll take these chisel bits out, and we'll add in 1, 2, and 3. Okay, now there may be stuff behind here that we can just get rid of and block in. You can see there's plenty of space behind here, and all of that there is spawnable space, and it's not what we want. We want it to be much closer to on this side, where we have fire clay going across, this wall coming down to here, and then just straight under here with the torches on to light it all up. And then behind here we actually want to have the fire clay surrounding these bits here. On there. And like that. So we want to be able to put the charcoal just in these two blocks. So if we do that, everything else around here can be filled in with dirt. So there we go, there we have it. There is both of the refactories in, both at tier 3. We have a coffin in here, and we have the coffin in here as well. Up there we do have a block, so there is a little bit we could do up there to make it look a little bit more pretty. But I think that's going to be okay. I might just, for now, just throw a fire clay thing up in there just to block it off a bit, but I'll have a think about what I actually want to do for the top of there as well. And then down behind here we have a walkway all the way through underneath. We've got the two coke oven doors in where we can put the charcoal in, and then this one I would actually quite like to swap these out for some fire clay there. I'll just let those despawn, that's fine. That does mean that the space in here is compacted down a huge amount, and it might be that some of this will now have to move out. Although in the tower it might actually be a good idea to move some of this into the tower, or even just have an area out here somewhere where the forge is. Maybe even put it into this little building here. Which I haven't actually shown you this at all. I've made a tiny little hut here, which is just for all of the plates and ingots and stuff. I found that in the forge, just outside the forge here, it was getting a bit too full here, so I've just got the iron, the meteoric iron, and I'm going to put the steel out here as well. So just the top tier metals out here, and then everything else is going into here, all of the alloys and the base metals. So yeah, maybe this would be a nice place to put an anvil in the centre of the room here. So you're surrounded by all of these, we can have a pyre in the corner somewhere. Might be a nice little space. I might actually ask Domkratz what he thinks, because he's done a lot of the forging so far, and he spends quite a lot of his time in here, and it's a little bit cramped now. I don't want it to feel too cramped in here, although this seems to have been taken over now by the factories. And speaking of Domkratz, he really liked the present we gave him last time of this house, and he's made some changes in here, which I really like, and it's given me some inspiration for what we can do for these houses in the future as well. So you can see he's added in these the leaded glass. I really like this leaded glass stuff. And then as we come inside here, we've got a really nice layout to this room, something which I haven't really thought of doing, haven't really experimented with at all. Is adding in a lot of chiseled features around here. So you've got a really nice little smoker here with an actual working fire pit or campfire in the centre of it there. Little storage vessels down here, so he's moved this from the back here where it was around to the front. That's fine. And then around here he's got this raised dais area here, which is segmented off with these fencing. So that's a really nice idea. So a little bedroom at the back here, then a little living area, complete with these really nice chiseled set of drawers just there, and some incredible chiseled bottles and cups on there. And you can actually rename the blocks, which is why this is called bottle on there. There's a cupboard top there, you can see, and then cupboard down. And then just regular table and chair, and then storage vessel over there. So yeah, really nice. I really like what he's done with the place. And to add in these the leaded glass panes really does help to set the mood of this place really nicely. So well done, Domkratz. So I'm thinking now, with this building being a little bit cramped in here, we're going to need to extend this out just a little bit. And I think we can actually get away with bringing this wall out by one. So I'm going to try that at least, and see what it looks like, see if it's okay. So that would go there, and this one would go here, and we would take it from there. And I think this is going to be okay with the roof line. It may look a bit weird around the back if you see it all in perspective, but no one's really going to look at this building with that amount of kind of critical eye that I have. Because I built it, I have a lot more critical eye with it than I otherwise would have. Now, I've got to be careful of these bits, but if we build up the bottom of it first, up to this height, it should be a lot easier. There you go. I don't think you'd ever really notice anything has changed there too much. I will just take these a little bit out here, and the the grass and all the soil here. And I've got some more of this basalt gravel we can add in. Just like this. Now I was going to do this with shale gravel originally. But I've gone with gravel, with basalt gravel for now. But if we think this is a bit too dark, then we can put the shale stuff in. I do need one more bit of granite cobblestone stair there. But other than that, everything is in place. And there we go. So we can put the these back up on the wall. And then we can move these to the side again. And then this, maybe if we move these out of the way again, and this might actually be okay to go just there like that. And then they can go there and there. Okay. So I think most people just kind of stand here at an anvil and either turn the work around or use the different directional things rather than kind of moving around the anvil like this, which is how I learned to do it. But I learned from Ashantin, and I know she loves to be able to kind of dance around the anvil, as she says, so poetically as she always does. But yes, I think that is now much better. Gives us a lot more space in here. Or at least it looks like it's not a huge amount more space, but it looks like it's a lot more space. And I quite like having this on the door here, so we don't have it framed with the cobblestone. It's just all path blocks here on the floor as well. So there are a couple more things I do want to show you before we leave today, and the first thing is just outside here. Domkratz has been working on a well for the centre of the village here, and it looks incredible. Let's just get rid of some of the snow around here so you can see it properly. But I really like this thing. In Scalds of Intara, I got quite into the chiselling aspect of this game, and it's something that I am definitely going to have to get back into again. Now that the multi-block chiselling stuff is in the game. Because being able to do stuff like this just sets this game apart from anything else that you can play. It is incredible, and it's better than chiseling bits in a way, because just the sheer ease that you can do stuff with in this, and just the way it fits into the place setting. And he's even got down here, I'm not going to fall in, got a bucket just down there. And it is also full of water. Now what I'm thinking about doing with this is maybe just adding a little Easter egg down there, digging that the entire of this well out down quite far, and then building a little secret passage somewhere. Don't know where, no idea where, but maybe if we have another well somewhere around in the village, then we could have it pop up in the other well as well. Just connect the two together with a little secret passage, like a submerged secret passage under the whole of the village. That might be quite cool to do. The other thing I wanted to show you is something which is really cool. I'm really looking forward to using this. In this building here, I have found a translocator. Really close to the village, so I've made it pop up just underneath the ground here. With this translocator, we come round here and just round to here, and this takes us out right next to here. It takes us out here, and this is right next to Parrot Cove. So we have Polar Kraken, we have Emily playing here, and then over here, this is Pendle. This is base Pendle. So this is Ashantin and Copy Girl and a couple of others that are playing there. And then up here we have Mr. and Mr. Green, who's actually the admin on the server here. And then up here we have egg whites as well. So we are right into the centre of one of the most populated areas of the server. And some of this stuff that these guys have been able to do over here is absolutely incredible. Just breathtakingly stunning stuff in this game, building work in this game. So I'm not going to go down here just now because we're right at the end of today's episode. It's a bit of a shorter episode than I would have liked today, but next episode we are going to take a trip, and I have deliberately not watched any of Ashantin's videos for her guided tours, and I have deliberately not gone to Pirate Cove off camera because I want to share the experience with you, if you haven't seen it already, of seeing it for the first time, so you can actually get my reaction to it. So that's what we're going to do next episode. We're going to go on an unguided tour of Pirate Cove, Pendle, and all of that area of the server. And it's something I want to do every so often, is just do these unguided tours of the server. It's something I really quite enjoy doing, just wandering around, walking down the roads. If you look at the road systems we've got here, I mean, you've seen it on the other map as well. It takes you all the way from spawn, all the way down here. I mean, we're like 2,000 blocks away down here, but it takes you all the way down, like 5,000 blocks down here, and then further. I know there's one road that takes you down to about 7,000. So it's like probably about 10,000 blocks worth, just north-south, and the same east-west of road systems in this game. But we can just wander along and find little Easter eggs and little things of intrigue that might be quite cool to show you along the way. So yes, that is where we're going to leave it for today. I think, unfortunately, with all the lost footage, it has been a shorter episode than I would have liked to have put out. But we do have a lot done. We have done a lot in today's episode, although it might not seem it. So yes, thank you very much for joining me today. If you did enjoy this episode, please leave a like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I will. See you next time. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.